Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to my page, y'all. Welcome to the replay. If you don't see a red box right about there, that just means you're catching the replay. All you need to do is comment hashtag replay. I've got some black and red ribbon, buffalo plaid, buffalo check, whatever you want to call it, that we're going to use maybe tonight. But we're going to do like a Christmas in July project. And anytime I do Christmas stuff, I always bust out like the red and black buffalo plaid versus the good old, I don't know, everyday. I mean, you could use both, but this is a lot thinner. So I don't know. We're going to maybe use that, maybe not. So when you hop on, say hey. How are y'all doing? All right. Y'all ready for this? I'm going to show you some new stuff. Something that I just realized that, didn't really know that was the case, but y'all, we have another new frame. This is called the London frame. And this one is reusable, and my friends, it is magnetic. So when you type in the word Santa, you will get a message to your messenger. If you've never messaged with us before, just check your message requests. But this is reusable. I think the retail is like 30 bucks, y'all. It's reusable and it's magnetic. So I'm going to show you how to use the whole magnetic side of it tonight. And hopefully you enjoy. Hi, everyone. How are you? Okay, hold on, guys. This is like doing something really strange. So we're going to bust out Santa tonight. This is called a chalkable shape. And we're going to chalk on this, and then we're going to adhere some magnets to this. Hold on, y'all. Things were ready to go, and they went away. They went away. They went away. All right, there we go. Hi, everybody. Thank you. Hi, Jeannie. You did, Michelle. You made me laugh, and I'm like, seriously? She's been using the wrong side of the sponge the whole time? But that's okay, girlfriend. It's okay. You know, we're not perfect, right? All right, so let me scoot this back. Hi. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That was a little much. Okay, so let's open up our little Santa guy here. This is a reusable, chalkable shape. And this is called, technically, the Classic Santa. So, Classic Santa is going to be used tonight, y'all. And it's July, so let's do more Christmas in July. It's thin, but, I mean, it's not going to break. Don't worry about that. And we're going to use the new London frame. Like I said, this is brand new. It is magnetic. So we're going to check that out tonight. And we're going to use the Classic Santa transfer. Matchy-matchy, everything, y'all. It all goes together. How fun is that? Hi, everybody. Hey, hey, from San Diego. San Diego. No hat tonight. I actually straightened my hair. You know, it's just so long. And I like wearing hats. Just, I don't know, something I enjoy. All right, so check this out. This has a cut line, cut line, cut line, all right? So we're going to, for one, I'm going to save this. Put it in my handy dandy little, what is that? That's not a container. It's a tote, not a tote. Y'all, drawer? No, not a drawer. All right, so we're going to write back on this. That is an organizing cube. Y'all, do you ever have those days where like words just, you can't come up with the words? Like they just won't come out. Yep. That was me right there. Hi, Betty. Are y'all feeding some wild turkeys? I did not feed any wild turkeys because we don't get wild turkeys here. Just saying. All right, so I'm going to roll my thumb, hi Dana, over my transfer here and put my thumb in between this green transfer and the backer sheet. Okay, I wrote back on it already because both sides of this backer sheet that this sticky transfer is on is a degree of shiny, basically. And if you put it back on the wrong side, you could ruin your transfer. Okay, so we're going to peel that off and put it right here on our fuzzing cloth. So we're going to start with Santa. Keyword is Santa, y'all. Hit the heart button. Sprinkle the video. Hi, good evening. Toolbox. Hey, that works. You too, Dana. Hi, Carolyn from upstate New York. Y'all, I want to go to New York. Thanks, Claire. It is so long. Like, ugh. All right, so I took Santa off of this. And right now, Santa is being fuzzed on the back because I don't want Santa to be as sticky as he comes, because otherwise he is going to stick too well to his Santa little cutout. Okay? So, anywhere that you see through this is the silk screen. And notice, y'all, there is a lot of it. So, like, for example, the bottom of his jacket, the belt, his beard, face, his little cuffs of his jacket are all sticky back here. That is what is going to stick to the cutout. All right. So just keep in mind that anytime you have more silk screen in a design, really the less you want to fuzz, because you really want to make sure that the parts that are sticky stick. Like you didn't over fuzz it. Okay, I hope I got that. Hope that made sense. All right, let me see if I can get him straight. Let me turn him sideways. We're just gonna lay this down right over the top of him. Okay. There's one. So I'm kind of just working like top to bottom, left to right to see, because there's going to be an exact place that I want to put him. And his arms keep sticking. It's not hard, y'all. I'm just a little particular. There we go. Okay, so just enough. Let me show you. It may be hard to see, but there's just enough around the entire edge of him. And I say just enough, the sticky part. Okay? So I'm going to not do anything too fancy. We're just doing a very simple project so I can show y'all how easy this truly is. Okay? Anybody can do this. My kids can do this. Okay? Hi. Your taxes are high. Hi, Tony. Oh, good, Carolyn. I'm so glad. Yes, Santa is the key word, y'all. So we're going to use the new color cherry. I contemplated using our original, like, candy apple. Let me see if I can show y'all. Hi, Petra. The difference. So this is the new one. So it is a little bit darker than our candy apple, okay? So I'm going to use this one, but this is our original everyday red, okay? Just so you know. Just in case you care. All right, I'm just going to do one color. You could get fancy with this and just do his boots in black. You could do the whole thing in black, whatever you want to do. I'm just going to do it in this red cherry color. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just slap some paste on here, grab a small squeegee, and we're just going to take that paste and drag it over the silk screen. Okay, and already I can tell you I have like loads of paste. So I'm trying to be careful that I don't have any go off the edge of my Santa because I don't want to waste it I find it's harder to get off the edge. And now I think I put way too much back, because now I need to go back in and get that little bit. All right, there we go. So take this all the way down, y'all. Cover the entire silk screen. Make sure every little bit is covered. Okay. Then I'm going to slide that in to the jar so that it doesn't, I don't waste it. Okay, and I'm going to try and hold this up so that y'all can see this. All right, check it out. Remember, it started like this, and now it's like this. Ta-da! Look at Santa, y'all. Isn't it so cute? I love it. I love it. I love it. That's cute. And I actually love that cherry color on that white. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to clean Santa, because I want to be able to reuse him over and over, because these are reusable. These silk screen transfers. Okay. So I'm going to spray it. And isn't that cool? Hi, Debbie. So I'm going to take a wipe, and I am just going to get off majority of that paste. Okay. Just like so. Then I'm going to spray it again. But this time we're going to go in with what we call a board eraser. This is a white foam spongy type thing. It goes perfect with these products, and it is in the supply list whenever you type in the word Santa. Okay, so type that in, go check your messages, and then what you're going to do is you're going to click on shop products, and then some more buttons will come up, and then you're going to click on chalk products, and that is where you will see all of the supplies that we're using tonight. So if you already have some of them, just remove whatever you don't want. If you want to add something, just add to it before you check out. Okay? Hey, Desi Rose. Thank you so much for the stars. All right, so I flipped it around. Now we're going to dry this off. Hi, Renee. Let's see here. Thank you. All right. Bambi said she sold her June craft box. Bambi, did you make the finished piece and you sold it? All right, check it out. So Santa is now clean. Okay, so we're going to take the original sheet that Santa came on, and we're going to line up the corners and the edges, and we are going to lay them flat, and then I just like to do this and just take off the rest of that water, just like so. Okay, so now he's back and on his home turf. Good job, Bambi. That's awesome. Hey, Judy. All right, so we've got Santa here, so I'm going to dry him. And again, y'all, you can do this any color that you want. Okay? But I will tell you, you got to think about it, because I saw a comment about the belt and the boots, I think. So you got to think about this. The surface is white, okay? This is white to begin with. Well, whatever is covered up and is not silkscreen is going to remain white. So before you go thinking that this is going to be a certain color and this is going to be a certain color, anything that is that teal that is not silkscreen will have to be the color on your surface first. Like, you'll have to paint it. Okay, so just keep that in mind. That personally always trips me up, and I overthink it. Oh, awesome, Bambi. Congratulations. You're becoming quite the crafter, my friend. All right, so once this is dry, we're going to hop over to our new frame that is magnetic. Brand new, y'all. Very simple frame. It's called the London frame. It is magnetic, and I think it's like 30 bucks. But y'all, you'll keep it for a lifetime because it's reusable. So I personally got me a couple because those are always good to have on hand. You could use any transfer that fits on there. All right, so we've got Santa dry, okay? So now what we're gonna do, in the supply list, I also included our adhesive magnets. All right, so we're gonna use some of our magnets. It is so classic, Sandy. Isn't it? He is so darn cute. All right, so now I'm gonna put, I think I'm gonna do two. I'm gonna put one up top and then one down here, okay? And I'm going to just kind of line him up first just to see what I can add to it. Look. Y'all, it's magnetic and it doesn't come off. So y'all could put this anywhere you want. Like you could put them just in the middle if you just wanted a very simple piece. But what I'm gonna do, let me just put these back in here, maybe. Here we go. Is we're gonna add something to this from the transfer. We're gonna add ho, ho, ho. So I'm gonna bring this over here and fuzz it, okay? Because you can actually chalk on this surface, okay? Corinne, I own a lot. I own quite a bit. I mean, I've been doing this for 3 years, so I have pretty much everything that released in the last 3 years. All right, so this one is gonna go, why not, right next to him that says, let me move this down a little bit. Ho, ho, ho. All right, and this one we're just gonna put in, I think, white. Hi, Pamela, how are you? Baby, we have the wing cutouts on Etsy. Is that what you're referring to? All right, so now I'm gonna go in with my white chalk paste and put our ho, ho, ho on there. And then I'm gonna take all of the excess and slide it into my jar. And I'm gonna try and pull this off from the center. Ho, ho, ho. See how simple that is, y'all? So simple. Like you just made a piece for your house, right? And then when you're tired of looking at that, then you just take it off. Now, I will tell you what you're gonna need, and I put this in the supply list. You're gonna need a paste scraper, super important, okay? That's gonna help you remove that paste when it becomes dry. All right, so clean that off, flip it over, do the exact same thing. And that terrible sound. Terrible. Oh, okay, Bambi. Well, there's an option. Something back there is making some noise. Or you could just put it on a really large frame. All right, so let's put this back on here. And then we're gonna make sure that that is dry. And I think we may just leave it like that. Yes, Corinne, I love the new frame. Hi, Autumn. How are you? Hi, Daylene. Jean jacket. Yes, you could put it on a jean jacket. Thanks, Virginia, for supporting her. Yes, Susan, this frame fits the club transfer. Yes, yes, yes. So originally what I was going to do is take some ribbon and tie it at the top of this frame, y'all. However, I don't know that I'm going to, because I kind of like the simplicity of it just the way it is, but I don't know. Let's just see. Let us see. Let us see. I mean, you could if you wanted to. tie it around it, add something to it. Over here on the side, maybe. You could add some glue dots to keep it in place, but that is always an option. How did I know that was gonna flip the other direction? So there you could do that. That is one option. You could do, I mean, you could use any ribbon if you really wanted to, but look, y'all, I mean, it's something, it adds something else, right? If you don't want like just the simple frame, you can move your bow over here to the other side. We can move Santa over. Let me trim these tails. There. Much better. Check it out. See? It's cute, right? Anyways, just an idea, y'all. Have fun with it. Look, it's moving right as we speak. So, that is classic Santa, y'all. And if you don't like the bow, guess what? Boom. Now you have really classic Santa. So, type in the word Santa. Yeah, good, Deb. I could. And check out this supply list. And don't forget, check your message request if you've never messaged with us before. But this is magnetic. Go get the new frame. 30 bucks. Boom, bam, done. All right. Bye, friends. See ya.